It's War Factory time. Let's get to it. I'm zmoT. We are going to be crushing the War Factory using the low level. Throw in code zmoT in, makes your attacks a little bit stronger. Now, little bit of a mea culpa, an apology. I tried to make a Mega Crab sneak peek, and the dev build just kept disconnecting mid-battle, so I threw that in the garbage and tried to avoid swearing at the video as much as I wanted to. Holy flotsam, Batman. This should be pretty straightforward-ish, as long as you're decent with smoke. Lots of rockets over here, lots of mortars over here, lasers in the middle, doom cannons, more flotsams, hot pots just for extra fun. Now, you're going to have to smoke past this stuff. I mean, you could try and walk troops through that, or you could just throw your life leech scorchers at it, but we don't have scorchers on this account. We're too low level. So I'm going to deal with all this stuff behind the core, and then we're just going to burn the core from back there. Will it be pretty? Nope, but smoking past most of this stuff should be pretty easy, with the exception of those lasers. We're going to be low on GBE, though. We've got 5 attacks, so we're going to try to do this using as few troops as possible. Don't want to lose our troops, don't want to spend our diamonds, don't want to waste our gold. Let's go. We've got Everspark, we've got the universal remote. Now, quick note, you need the universal remote to do this. You can do it without if you really wanted to spend a lot of troops. I don't want to spend a lot of troops, so we're going to send Everspark back through there. Now, I am not going to clear those boom mines at shore quite yet, because I don't know how much gunboat energy I'm going to have. Next on the agenda, we are going to flare that right there. We're going to flare that shock launcher, and we're going to damage, say, this machine gun, just because 1 hack and 2 hacks. Getting rid of all of the things should be pretty easy to do. That shock launcher is shocking a couple things, but that boom cannon is just going ham. Okay, step number 1 is complete. Step number 2, we're going to get rid of a bunch of these mines at shore. Now, if you really wanted to, you could extra carefully throw like 1 boat of zookas right there, and you could get rid of a bunch of the flamethrowers, just trying to make that landing a little tiny bit easier. Just need to be very cautious and stay the heck away from those flotsams. We're just going to sit here with 1 boat of zookas. Now, if you're asking why 1 boat, you'll notice that they start to bunch up. We've lost a couple zookas because they bunched up. The more zookas you have, the more they bunch up. So we're just going to sit here for a little bit, let these ladies get us an extra barrage, which is going to let us get rid of all of these shock mines on the right-hand side of core. Things are looking up. Things are looking pretty darn good. Now, we're going to keep losing zookas here, as you can see, bit by stinking little bit, but we're still clearing all of those flamethrowers. That's going to make dropping our troops a little tiny bit easier. Next up, we are going to damage, let's damage these sniper towers. We need to get rid of those sniper towers, most definitely, because otherwise they're going to eat our troops up. Sniper towers, eat your troops fairly quickly. Let's get out of here, don't want to lose any more. Throw a smoke on them just for extra security. That's 1 attack, folks. That is pretty darn good for 1 attack as a low level. Now, if we have a quick peek here, we've gotten rid of the shock launcher, important, gotten rid of the machine gun, not as important. Now we just need to make sure we've got enough range in behind. So that boom cannon going to be a bit of a concern. These sniper towers we can clear, like ideally we have 1 shock here. We shock the machine guns and the sniper tower. Ideally we have 0 shocks, I suppose, but not sure if that's realistic or not. So we are going to drop Miss Everspark in our standard spot. Now, we are going to put her about here. And if you're wondering why I put her there, it's because that way we can see which building she selects. I think it's going to be that 1 sniper tower towards the back. We're going to flare the other one, just trying to get a little bit of some, just planning things a little bit. So we're going to get rid of that 1 sniper tower. Now we're going to go get rid of that machine gun right there, knowing full well that her next hack is going to come back on that sniper tower right there. Boom, shakalaka. 2 things down. 3 things down, I should say. So we've gotten rid of some more defenses, making a nice little hidey hole back here. Next up, what shall we do? We're going to get some more damage That boom cannon is going to be a bit of a problem, by the way. It's going to take out our troops one by stinking one, but I'm not overly concerned about that quite yet. Getting some damage on those machine guns and then retreating. I mean, you can get some extra cells around here or something like that, but probably, actually, you know what, let's go right here. We're going to get one more artillery because those buildings right there not doing a heck of a lot, and they're not all that protected. If you're wondering, you're like, this is a lot of work. Well, you don't have to do any of these steps. Just drop all your troops, especially if you have that instant training, because you don't need to do all this. I am just trying to save gold, trying to save time. For players who don't have instant training, this is going to make your attacks much easier. You don't have to worry about wasting your troops. You can go attack the operation, you can clear your map, just trying to get things a little bit easier for the players who don't spend money on this game. And that is the majority at this point, I do believe. But there goes, we're going to get those machine guns very close to dead. So, 2 attacks, we are almost ready to hit that core, just need to do a couple more things. We're going to go with Everspark over to this right-hand side. I want to get rid of those sniper towers. So we're going to put her about here this time, doing things slightly differently this time. Just trying to get rid of all of the things that could ruin this attack. Flotsams are not to be trifled with as a low level. There's no advantage to sending troops up there because all of your troops are just going to die. Those Flotsams shoot ridiculously quickly. And on top of that, they explode. Like, they're just going to kill all your troops after you destroy them. So definitely don't want to mess with that. We're just going to take these sniper towers down using Everspark. Now, you have to be XP37 to do these attacks. If you're not, you don't have Everspark's universal remote. So hopefully you have gotten Everspark and upgraded her. Now, we are ready to drop some troops. I'm going to clear these mines over here. We are going to need to get rid of that boom cannon. That boom cannon is the only thing between us and finishing this attack. There we go. Let's go. We're ready to hit the core. None of that. We've lost basically 0 troops. I know I lost a couple because I was a bit of a dummy on that right-hand side. But look at this. Nice no smoke drop. Then we have to get to the back. We can use big fat smokes, and then all we really have to worry about is that boom cannon and staying out of the range of that laser beam. Now, we are not going to bring Everspark because her critters would screw this up for us. Let's go. Let's get in there. I always try to do my core hits with 2 hits left. That way you know that if you screw up badly, you can always come back and do it again. We're going to drop all of our troops into that little corner right there. We're going to lose some to that Flotsam. We're going to walk over here trying to just straighten out the lines. That is my primary objective right now. Just not having to walk at 45-degree angles. They'll cost us a little bit more gunboat energy because we won't be, we'll have to use a couple extra smokes, but using big, huge, fat smokes, and then as soon as we get to the back, we are going to wait for that smoke timer to clear a tiny bit, and then we are going to flare all the way back here. Don't need to shock that boom cannon. We don't care about the boom cannon. We just need to get rid of it, and then we're going to back up away from those lasers and then flare that core. Boom, shakalaka. That's cannon on the... Oh, nope. I thought the laser looked, but it didn't. Now, we're going to use battle orders now, and I don't like to use battle orders when your troops are moving because they do very strange things. Once they are in, once I've flared the core, once they've stopped moving, now I'm going to click battle orders. If you've ever attacked Rogue, for example, you know what I'm talking about. They just go willy-nilly. They move in strange ways. And so now they're all set up. Probably could have gotten rid of that cannon as well. My only concern is you're going to be too close to those lasers. So cannon's out of range, Flotsams are out of range, and we've got a nice little hidey hole at the back. Did require a little bit of skill to get our smoke through there. But because we're using that super close flare and then a straight line flare, you should be able to just make your smokes nice and fat. Huge coverage, and even if you gap smoke a little bit by those Flotsams or cannons, they're not going to be able to shoot you because they don't target quick enough. But the flamethrowers, on the other hand, definitely will destroy your attack. So big fat smokes there, not quite as fat there. Down goes War Factory, fairly straightforward. Definitely a bit intimidating. For those of you who just like to drop troops and not use smoke, this is going to be a little tiny bit problematic. So, step 1 done, low level complete. Now, this account is truly a low level for War Factory anyways. I would call it a mid-game. Otherwise, let's check those statues out so you can see what the heck I'm talking about here. Now, this account is fully offensive. You see I've only got 1 sniper tower. The rest of my buildings are hidden. We've got a 25% gunboat energy. That is an upgrade from my previous 21. Good Guardians, though. All good Guardians. Good Masterpiece there, and then decent Masterpiece there. So, offensive statues, though. Resource reward 41%, definitely helping us get some loot. Look at that, only lost 18 zookas plus the other 7 or whatever it was. We will pause. And the speed serum music is gone. So on this one, we have the life leech scorchers. We have the critter spawn. We don't have the heavy damage, unfortunately. But we are going to drop all of our scorchers here. Now, I don't think I have enough gunboat energy to drop all of them. I don't think. We'll find out in a sec. Maybe we'll drop some heavies in with them just for something silly to do. I think, let me just double check. We'll double check. Now, I like to double check too many things when it comes to Boom Beach, and the easiest way to do that is just attack something and then make sure that you can actually drop all of your troops. Do we have enough gunboat energy? Yep, we do. So that is going to do it. The heavies are useless. Let's be honest here. The heavies are doing nothing for us. Everspark is not going to come with us on this trip. We're going to switch it up, and we will bring Kavan. I did not see any grapplers, so Kavan is probably going to be a good option. Get those pink zombie scorchers, and let's go. No thinking, no boosting required. I am going to send our troops all into 1 smoke right about there, trying to get them off the landing crafts without getting hit by a doom cannon, and then we're just going to come out and destroy all of the doom cannons. Why the doom cannons? Because they're about the only thing that can do anything to our scorchers and our heavies, I suppose. But need to get rid of the doom cannons, and then we're just going to flare back into here, just going around counterclock. Oh, I thought that was gone. Let's get rid of you. Go away, Mr. Doom Cannon. And then getting all of our scorchers in all of the rocket launchers. Now, we don't need to get rid of the rocket launchers. This is kind of just an extra novelty just to show how ridiculous Life Leech Scorchers are. Talking about that Mega Crab coming very, very soon. And now I kind of poo-pooed on the dev build. Now, the dev build is not a full, it's not full Boom Beach, so it doesn't have all of, it's only, I'm assuming it only has servers in 1 location, whereas Boom Beach is geo-redundant around the world, so the fact that the dev build crashes for me, not a huge concern. A little bit annoying, but not, overall, not a big concern whatsoever. So I know I was all grumpy about that, but doesn't really matter. So I will definitely raise it with Nuno, though, just to let him know that it's happening. Now, we've lost 0 troops. Our heavies are actually back there. Now, they're not tribal boosted. I probably should have tribal boosted them, but one of those tribes that I don't really see the point in boosting. So next up, we're gonna go in here, get rid of that boom cannon. Like, this is just an absolute cakewalk for low levels. We have no concerns at all. Absolute cakewalk for max levels, I should say. We have still not lost a troop yet, even though we've come in contact with boom cannons and doom cannons and rocket launchers and mortars and those darn pesky shield generators. Like, look how much carnage we've done. So if you've never, ever done a, what's the word I'm looking for? Save the core, please try Save the Core. This is the ultimate War Factory for Save the Core. If you have those max scorchers, just flare the core. Make sure you do a victory lap around the core at the end, because that is basically required. You need to do a full victory lap or it doesn't count as a Save the Core. Also, you have to clear every single mine. Should I be doing that on this attack? Probably. Up, we just lost a Scorcher. I think Kavan is also dead. We've managed to lose one Scorcher in two Scorchers in all of this carnage. 3 Scorchers. Starting to see Flotsams exploding, starting to see Scorchers exploding, starting to see the core exploding just like that. So, max level, easiness, little bit ridiculous. Look at that, that Flotsam wants to explode, but it can't explode. What is happening? There's a bit of a glitch right there. Look at that, just trying to explode, but it can't explode. Oh, we actually did get 150 out of 150 gears, though. I was kind of wondering if we could only get 149 instead of 150. That, of course, is because Flotsams don't explode after the core, but I'm guessing it was already in the process of exploding, so a little bit of a glitch there. Nice to see new glitches. That is going to be it for me, though. Hopefully, this War Factory showed you that, A, that I'm still alive. I know I've been neglecting you. I have sincerest of apologies. Thank you for your patience. I have 7 kids in my house right now. It is a little bit crazy, actually a lot bit crazy. Also, it is ridiculously hot here, for here anyways, just melting. Shirtless, basically constantly, pantless also a lot of the time. Too much info there. So, keep your submarine going, keep booming those beaches, keep zmoT in your creator code, and keep coming back because I've got some good stuff in store. That is all for me, though. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if this helped you or hindered you or entertained you or somewhere in between. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.